right, like neighboring here, we're in Edison. We're not far from New Brunswick is nearby, which is a pretty tough area. But I've reached out to those areas, and I think what we need is more guys like Steve who are willing to like push and try to make things happen, whereas we have, you know, it's unfortunate, and this is going to piss people off, but we have like administration in the schools that just won't be progressive. Like they're being complacent when we need to have this inside the high schools, and physical education needs to be taken more seriously, and it has to be like a requirement. You know, we can't just like give kids the option to walk on a track and allow that to be physical education. Like, go ahead and walk, or you have the option to do this. Because in life, sometimes we don't have the option. Sometimes we don't have the option to take it easy. So I think the administration teaches the wrong things, and what I'm thinking is if the administration won't do it, then it's going to be guys like Steve and anybody who's willing to just kind of take it, you know, by the horns and say, you know, screw it, I'm going to make it happen on my own. And that's, you know, in the world of education, you know, that's kind of it. There's a lot of schools that are just, they kind of lay down and they let it be, you know, but I just can't, it just doesn't sit well with me. And I don't know, just what Steve's doing with these guys, like these are good, these boys are good. Like I could just see like where they're gonna go from here. Steve's doing it, and then Charlie gets a little bit older, and then he takes it into his hands, and then all these boys start kind of taking it into their own hands. And like Keith goes off to college, and maybe he starts doing something in the schools around his area. You know, he's a college student, but he goes to the schools and tries doing it. Problem is the schools are afraid, you know. Yep. We need more people that are proactive, and it's you know, that's a serious issue. Like when guys like us try to reach out to somebody and say, hey man, we'll take some of your kids and we'll train them for free, and then they're like, oh, it's a liability issue. Like they need to shut up and stop being like chicken shit and let us start like doing some stuff. You know, they're so scared about everything, they get nothing done. And it's just a disgrace what's happened to physical education.
And that's the thing, you can continue to fight it. The existing system is broken. You continue to fight it, but you know it's going to prove to be just spinning wheels. You got to start something new.
Yeah, I think we need to go outside of the schools.
Exactly.
That's what we're going to have to do. We have to go outside of the schools. There's definitely schools that are doing it. There are schools that are trying it, and there are coaches. I mean, you got Tanya Wagner, she's a phys ed teacher. Yeah. But it's just amazing. Like you could offer help. You know, in this town, the football team was going on a 5-year losing streak. They were like 0-46, and I'm 2 minutes away, and I'm like, let me help you. You don't have to pay me. Like. You can't, if you just can't convince somebody. If that's damage to the kids, that's letting them lose. You're letting them lose. Nobody's standing up to fight. You know, let me come train you guys. What you're doing isn't working. After 5 years you haven't won, it's time to try something new. Yeah. But well, I'll just spin my wheels if I'm trying to change people that don't want to be changed. So what I do is, this becomes a new community, becomes a new world. Whoever wants to work has to earn their way to come in and do the work. And then we'll move on and create our own little cells of teaching people. We won't be the cure-all, end-all, but we'll
yeah, definitely. There's many more kids like this out there. I mean, I didn't say these kids are required to come tonight. I didn't say they have to come. I asked
you said you were going to bring like 4 or 5 guys.
Yeah, who wants to come up and train?
That's cool,
I'd love to. So, how many kids want to be here? That's the thing.
Right on.
Not kids anymore, but grown young men.
Crazy kids. I like crazy kids. The crazy kids tend to do the work, man.